and the leaves got a very, very strong garlic flavour. So you can use this in all various types of cooking, whatever you want to cook. And it just means you've got a really strong garlic. It is quite strong. It's got a very much a garlic-like flavour. Okay, so this particular one, the garlic chive, is one of the easier plants to save seed of, because the actual seed sits on a flower stem, and the actual seed itself is at the top of the plant on the end of the stem. And basically what happens is you pick the stems just as you see the seeds themselves start to go black. So when we start to see the black seeds appearing in the stem, that's when you pick them. And as you can see, we've picked about 20 or 30 heads here, and these have been maturing on this plate so we don't eventually lose any seed. So once you get to a certain dry stage, like it is there, all you basically do is just shake the seed, rub the seed and let the seed fall down. See how the seed just drops off? And it won't matter if you get a little bit of the outer seed husk in there, because that's nice and dry as well. So basically you just keep on going with that. Just keep on. Basically the seed is just falling straight off the plant. There we go. So we'll end up with 2,000 or 3,000 seeds here easily. So just out of that one little bush that we showed you. Okay, so this is the actual garlic chive growing. It's only a small bush, only grows about 300 millimetres high, comes out in a long flower stalk, and then the seeds set on top of the flower stalk. And you use it the same way as you use onion chive. You just break the leaf off, and the leaf's got a very, very strong garlic flavour. So you can use this in all various types of cooking, whatever you want to cook. And it just means you've got a really strong garlic. It is quite strong. It's got a very much a garlic-like flavour, and you can put that for all types of cooking. And if you haven't got any bulb garlic on hand, you can use the actual garlic chive as a substitute. So this is the very first plant that we've saved at the homestead here. So it is quite a historic day, and we're really looking forward to be able to saving this seed and then be able to hand them out to friends and family. So as you can see, we've got the rough seeds and the actual husk around the seeds on the plate here. So what we're going to do now, we don't want to save all the husks of the seed with the seed itself, because if there's any moisture content in that, they could cause the seeds to rot. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put that into another bowl, the whole lot, give it a quick wipe. Then we're going to use a ziff to actually ziff off all the seed husks. So we put that into that one. Okay, and just give it a little bit of a shake. See all the seeds just dropping to the plate. And so we've gotten rid of probably 90–95% of the seed husk there. As you can see, if we look at that, we've got rid of most of the seeds have actually fallen through the ziff and left all the husk we don't need. So there we go. So that's that process. Now it's still got a little bit of fine husk in there, but that doesn't matter. Okay, that can be stored with the seed, and that won't affect the seed at all. It doesn't have to be perfect as far as the cleaning the husk off the seed. So now what we're going to do now, we're going to transfer that to a little container, like so. And we want to protect the seed as much as possible, especially if you're storing the seed. I mean, most seed will store for 5 years and still be viable. This is in the allium family, it's the onion family, so certainly this will get 5 years, 5 to 7 years if it's stored in a cool, dry place. So part of that process of storing seed properly is you put them in a little sachet. Okay, here's our little sachet, and that stops any moisture getting into the seed, or especially from the outside. So they can still breathe in there, but they'll be nice and stored away. So So then what we do with that, we put that into an envelope, and it's really important to actually label every seed that you process, because it's very easy to forget what they are. If you just chuck it in an envelope and don't put what it actually is, if you end up with 10 or 15 or 20 varieties of seeds, it's very hard to identify them later. So this one here is the garlic chive. So we'll just put the garlic chive. And also important is to put the date on which it's been saved. So it's April at the moment, and it's the year 2022. So that just means that when you store your seed, if 1, 2, 3, 5 years time later, you will know exactly how old the seed is, and therefore how basically the viability of the seed. I mean, as it gets beyond 5 years, the viability of the seed will start going down a little bit, but you'll still get 90 to 100% germination out of that for the next 5 years. So we put that in an envelope. And the other thing about putting in a little sachet is that you don't need to sow it all at once. If you want to sow some one year, you can just take some out of the sachet, and you've still got a sealed sachet. We put that into an envelope. We don't have to seal the envelope. You can just put it over the envelope, put that over, and now the next process is very, very important, that it goes into a sealed container, because at the end of the day, you don't want silverfish, you don't want mice, you don't want anything getting into and eating your seed. So just putting into a very, very cheap container with a top on it. There you go. So that's the whole process of saving seed in general, but in particular in this variety, it's how to save garlic chive seed. Really hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.